And we're back on the SportsMax Zone. There were no medals for the English-speaking Caribbean on day one of the World Athletics U20 Championships in Nairobi, Kenya. But a mega women's 100-meter clash looms between Jamaica's Tina Clayton and the controversial Namibian Beatrice Masilingi. Here's Ricardo Chambers with a look back at day one action.
Jamaica finished fourth in the mixed 4x400 relay, the only final with English-speaking Caribbean interest on day one of the World Under-20 Championships. The team of Shamar Yuta, Alia Baker, Alia Francis and Malachi Johnson produced a 3-minute 23.04 seconds clocking to finish behind Nigeria, Poland and India. Nigeria establishing a championship record 3 minutes 19.70 seconds, as it was the first time the event has been contested at the World Under-20 Championships. The women's 100 meters is setting up to be quite a showdown between Jamaica's Tina Clayton and Beatrice Masilingi of Namibia. Clayton was the fastest from the semi-final round, clocking 11.34 seconds.
The ladies storming away in this first semi-final. A really strong run for Tina Clayton, as we'd expect.
Masilingi, a Tokyo 2020 200 finalist, clocked 11.20 in qualifying before racing to 11.36 in her semi-final.
She's looking good. She's got the lead at halfway, but here comes Masilingi. Masilingi, just like she did in the heats.
Jamaica's Karika Hill was the only other English-speaking Caribbean athlete to make the final. Grenada's Nasir John will contest the men's final though, the 18-year-old producing a personal best 10.32 seconds for fourth in his semi-final, enough to see him through as a non-automatic qualifier.
Belushi looks really strong, as does the Italian and the Grenadian. Wow, that was 4 across the line.
Letsibe Togobo topped the qualifiers with a Botswanan junior record of 10.11 seconds. The 100 finals are set for 9:30 a.m., 10:30 ECT on Thursday for the women, and 9:50, 10:50 ECT for the men. Earlier on Wednesday, Jamaica's Anika Makanov booked a place in the women's 400 meters final, Makanov winning her heat in 54.13 seconds to progress as the 5th fastest. And in the field, another Jamaican, Kobe Lawrence, threw 18.65 meters, the 6th best in qualifying, to advance to the men's shot put final. Juan Gomez of Cuba led qualifying. The men's shot put final is set for Thursday morning, Caribbean time.
Of course, Jamaica finishing fourth in the mixed 4x400 relays, and Lance, Nigeria, getting gold for their country there. We noticed that today, based on day one, the South African countries, doing really, really well and topping gold for their nation.
Yes, they have, and the Nigerians in particular were very strong today, apart from that 4x4 mixed relay win that they had overall. In the competition that we saw, they look pretty strong in their overall output on day one. But a lot of interesting action on day one. Nasir John, the Grenadian, looked as if he lost his rhythm in the last 10 meters of that race and finished fourth in the 100 semis. But he was good enough to go on to the final. But he is a quality athlete, disappointing for the Jamaicans there. But on the women's side, a huge clash is on offer now because Masilingi, the Namibian, who is barred from running 400 meters because of her testosterone levels, did run in the Olympics over 200 meters. She's running the 100 meters here. Her teammate Mboma is going to be competing in the 200 meters. But Masilingi is going to be facing Tina Clayton, the Jamaican, who has a personal best and season's best 11.17 seconds so far this year. Masilingi ran 11:20 in the heats, a little slower in the semis at 11:36. But everyone is looking forward to that clash because Masilingi looks as if she'll be coming on late in the race. Based on Tina Clayton's running style, she'll probably be out front early, and Masilingi there will be hoping to get her late in the race. But Tina Clayton is a very determined young 17-year-old, and a lot of sensitivity surrounding Masilingi and her Namibian teammate Mboma because of this testosterone issue. And I know that when the result comes up tomorrow, whether she wins or Tina Clayton wins, there'll be a lot of discussion surrounding her first of all, appearance at the meet, and what happens with the result.
Exactly, and you know, I'd love to hear your stance on athletes such as her and their place in track and field.
Well, it's a very, very sensitive issue, Mariah, very, very sensitive issue. And to be honest with you, I had mentioned from the Caster Semenya dispute, which we had a couple of years ago, that there are no winners here because Semenya didn't make herself. Whatever is happening with her biologically is happening naturally. But on the other side of the coin,
the unfair advantage.
Yeah, if I were an athlete running against her, I would feel that I'm being cheated because it is obvious that there is something physical about her that puts her in an advantageous position against me. And I think the same thing is surfacing here with Masilingi. When you look at her and when you look at Tina Clayton, there is something physically different about the two that just, you know, makes you feel a little uneasy about it. But Masilingi, as I said, has naturally producing testosterone, which based on the IAAF rules at the moment, bars her from competing between 400 and 1500 meters or a mile. But there was a story that came out today that is suggesting that researchers are now saying that an error has been made and they are not sure if the barring of these athletes, the DSD athletes, different sexual development athletes, barring them from 400 to 1500 is solving the problem.
Exactly.
Because there is some evidence, certainly optically, that suggests that at 200 and 100 meters they appear, you know, to be pretty solid as well, or superior even. And I'm not sure if the IAAF will have to review their position when they have their next council meeting. But the report I saw today, researchers have said that there are some discrepancies in the findings of the original reports that had limited athletes like Semenya and these athletes that we're seeing from Namibia from running distances between 400 and 1500 meters. But we anxiously await this final tomorrow because we think Tina Clayton has a very, very good shot at the gold medal. But Masilingi, based on her overall strength and her finishing power, may be able to beat Clayton in the event. But whatever the result there, Mariah, I'm seeing a lot of discussion coming out of that, and the issue of DSD athletes continuing to be a very sensitive issue and an issue that sporting fans will continue to talk about.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. What I can say is if Clayton wins, then the discussion might be it might be less than if the Namibian wins. But we'll wait and see, Lance. We're looking forward to the rest of this World Under-20 Champs.